Hi everyone, it's Susan here today with another mat Pilates workout. We're going to start standing. I often like to start with a standing warm-up rather than coming immediately down onto the mat. So we're going to find a hip distance parallel. We want to go on the narrow side of hip distance. So a nice easy way to find that is to bring heels together, toes apart in our Pilates stance. And then from that position, just swing those heels open. So you land right underneath your sit bones. So think about it as being on the inside of the hips rather than the outside of the hips, which is where we often go when we think hip distance. Arms relaxed by your sides. We're going to start with a roll down. And I want you to think about working through the spine, nodding the chin into the chest, and then letting the weight of the head start to pull you down, rounding the shoulders forward, and then allowing the weight of the shoulders to continue pulling you down. As you roll down towards the floor, I want you to think about rolling up and over a bar here. So you're still pulling your belly up and in rather than just hinging over at the hips. And just going to where you can go without bending the knees. So I'm not quite to the floor. I didn't quite make it on that first roll down to the floor. Holding here and then use that belly. Pull the belly up and in to initiate that roll back up to standing, stacking each vertebrae one on top of the other, rolling up nice and tall. And then we're going to hold it here at the top, and we're going to lift onto the balls of the feet. I want you to think about squeezing a ball in between your ankles. So we try to avoid rolling in those ankles. We don't want to roll to those outside smaller toes. All 10 toes are in contact with the floor. We want to pull those ankles towards each other. Holding it here, we're going to bring the arms forward, right in line with the shoulders, shoulders down, squeezing your bottom tight. We're holding here for just a little bit, and you might start to wobble around, and that's fine. That's good. We want to wobble, and then we want to find what we need to do to find that balance again. Just go inside of your body and see what you need to do to find that balance again for yourself, and just slowly lower the heels down, but try to stay just as tall in the body as you do that. And we'll start with that roll down again, chin into the chest and rolling down one vertebrae at a time. And pulling the belly up and in. Just take note here if you went a little bit further this time. We don't want to force anything, just noticing. And then pulling the belly up and in to initiate that roll back up to standing. Feeling everything stack, growing tall. Shift that weight slightly forward and then rise up. Try to go straight up, almost like you're in between two panes of glass. This time we're going to take those arms open to a T. And just take note if that feels any different. Does that feel easier? Does that feel harder to balance? Just taking note of those differences as we change the position of the arms. Good. And again, just holding it here for a few breaths and trying to see if we can kind of soften into that balance rather than gripping everywhere in the body. Trying to release that tension while still staying strong throughout the body. And lower those tails down, trying to stay just as tall in the rest of the body. Relax the arms. And again, chin into the chest, rolling down, feeling each vertebrae separate from the one below it as you go, really moving through the spine. And again, taking note at the bottom, did you go just a little bit further this time? I went just a hair. And pulling the belly up and in, initiate that roll back up to standing. Squeeze your bottom here. And shoulders down. Shift that weight forward again, or rise up onto the balls of the feet. This time we're going to take those arms by the ears. Reaching up to the ceiling, try to get those shoulders out of the ears, even though those arms are reaching overhead. Nice, holding here, still feeling that squeeze from the insides of those ankles, pulling towards each other. Now, if you feel comfortable, take your head to one side, keeping the shoulders forward. See what that does to your balance. And then take it back center, and let's take that head over to the other side. Shoulders stay forward. I'm really fighting to balance here. Good, and then back center. And if you feel comfortable, meaning if you don't have any issues with dizziness or vertigo, close your eyes. I'm going to close my eyes, see what you need to do in your body to find that balance. Don't worry if you fall out of it like I just did. Really go inside your body to see what needs to happen. Did your shoulders come up? Just a few more breaths here. And then open those eyes. Try to find that tall lift in the heels. That high arch in the feet, the balance again, shoulders down, belly pulling tight, and go ahead and relax it down. Just take one little bend of the knees here, stretch out those calves a little bit before we come down to the mat. Give those legs a little shake. And now we're gonna come down onto the mat. Hi everyone. So we're going to start lying on the back. And we're gonna curl up right away. We're gonna do a mat variation of footwork that we often do on the reformer. If you've not done footwork on the reformer, not to worry, you'll learn it right now. So curling the head and shoulders up, and we're going to support the head with the hands. Now, if at any time you need to release the head down to the mat, that's always fine. Then we're going to take the legs up to tabletop, and we're going to start with the legs together and the feet flexed. And from here, you're going to stretch those legs away and pull them back in. We want to make sure our abdominals are pulling tight. So as those legs are reaching away, we're not arching that back. We're staying anchored and stretch. Inhale, return those legs. Exhale, reach away. Inhale, return. Exhale to stretch. And in. And reach. And in. Think about really pushing something away with your feet. And stretch. And in. 4 more. 4. Inhale. 3. And 2. And 1. Hold those legs up in the air. Relax the head down for 1 breath only. Come back up into that curl again. Try not to yank on the head. The hands are just there for support. We're going to turn the legs out, heels together, toes apart. We're in our Pilates stance again. Go ahead and arch through those feet and push. See if you can kind of flare those toes. So my feet aren't totally pointed here, but they are lifted into that high heel position. Stretch and in. Those legs zip together as you stretch away. Back to your frog position as they bend in. And stretch. And in. And stretch. Reach. And in. Good work. Reach. All right, last 4 here. Reach. And in. Stretch. Last 2. Stretch. And in. And stretch. Nice job. Hold it here. Let's relax that head down. 1 breath only. Back up into that curl, supporting the head only here, not yanking. We're going to stay in this position. We're going to add our lower and lift of our heels. We're going to stretch away, hold it here. Flex the feet. Point the feet. Back in. And stretch away. Flex the feet. Point the feet. Bend back to your frog. And stretch away. Flex. Point. And in. And stretch. Flex. Point. And in. Stretch, flex, point, and in. Squeeze those legs, flex, point, and in. Stretch away, flex, point, and in. And stretch away, flex, point. We'll take 2 more here. And stretch, flex, point, and in. Last time, stretch and flex, point and in. Hug those knees into the chest. Relax the head down for a moment. We're going right into our 100. We're going to do some leg variations today. I'll walk you through them. So let's find our curl. This time we're not going to support the head. We're going to bring those arms by the sides. We're going to start with those legs in tabletop here. Now, of course, you can do this whole thing with the feet flat on the floor. Now, with the leg variations, if any one of them does not feel okay, or a previous one felt better, go back to that previous one for me. Keep working. Find those modifications. Let's get that pump going. Nice and sharp, up and down from the shoulder. We don't want any loose wrists or elbows. Sharp, vigorous pump, and inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. Nice. Next set, reach that right leg out. Excellent. Pull that leg in, stretch the left leg away. Good work. Pull it back in. Stretch the right leg low as you can go while maintaining your core. Bring it back in. Stretch the left leg low. And bring it back in. Left leg goes high, right leg goes low. Little split. Nice job. Pull it back into tabletop. Split the other way. Right leg high, left leg low. Keep breathing. Keep pumping. Pull it back in. Both legs go high. Good work. Nice, pull it back in, both legs go low. And low is where you can maintain your core. Keep breathing, guys. Keep breathing, hold. Good, hold that position if you can. One more inhale, one more exhale, fold deeper, deeper. Watch those abdominals scoop, scoop, scoop. And then hug those knees in. Relax, relax, relax. Good work. All right, we're gonna work on our roll-ups now. You're gonna send those arms overhead, right by the ears, send those legs long. No, roll-ups are really challenging. We're gonna get into it, and I'll give you some modifications. We're gonna bring those arms up towards the ceiling. Once they pass you, you're gonna start rolling up, peeling yourself off the mat, stretch forward. But I still want you to scoop your belly here. So if you have that flexibility to kind of pancake over and just hinge at the hips, try to avoid doing that. I want you to scoop through the belly here. Reach for your feet so you're still in that Pilates C curve. And then lay yourself down, one piece at a time. Keep going and controlling it down. Now, let's talk about some modifications. If you don't need modifications, keep going for me. Otherwise, we have this little catch here, right? This little part right here where it's hard to get over. And most often, this is what we do. We use momentum and use that to help us up. Let's try to avoid doing that. When you get to that spot, drop those elbows to the floor. Help yourself up over that little catch there. And then release the arms when you've got it under control again. And then all the way down. And again, right about here. Oh, it feels like gravity is going to take over. So elbows down. Help yourself over that spot. Release those elbows from the floor when you're able to. Again, don't be afraid to make those changes for yourself. We're all put together differently. So it's not necessarily about strength sometimes. It's just how you're put together. Some exercises are more available to some of us than others. And, you know, that goes for all exercises. So, you know, if this one's pretty tough, there might be another one that feels like a piece of cake to you that feels really tough for someone else. Okay, one more, guys. One more. Nice, strong breathing. Go, 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 go. Scoop, scoop, scoop. And then rolling all the way back down. And we're going to stay down and we're going to take it into some glute and hamstring work. So from here, pull those legs in and we're going to take it to some bridging. Let's just start by warming up the back side. Pull that low back down into the mat. Start to peel yourself off, sending your hips to the ceiling. Now try to avoid arching into that lower back here. You got to get that height for that bridge. Send that tailbone under. Try to make the front of the body nice and long here. Think about reaching your fingertips for your toes, keeping the collarbone and the shoulders open. And then lay yourself down one piece at a time. Take your time with it. And then releasing the tailbone, last finding that natural curve in the lower back again. And here we go again. Pull that low back down and then peel yourself off the mat like you're a sticker. One little piece at a time. And then a lowering back down. Feel each vertebrae kind of pressing down into your mat. One at a time. Lowering down with control. Okay, let's add on. Add-ons are optional. So if you prefer to continue up and down in that bridge, if you prefer to hold that bridge at the top, those are fine choices. If you'd like to add on, I'm adjusting my feet. Feel free to adjust yours as well. We're going to take that right leg up to the ceiling. Now, you're welcome to hold it here. That might be enough. You're going to flex that foot and send that leg away. Try to keep those hips nice and high as you do that. Point that foot, lift it back up to the ceiling. Hold it here. Lower the hips a few inches, not all the way to the mat though. And then lift right back up to your high bridge and then place that foot down. And we'll do the same exact thing on the other side. Left leg goes up. Flex that foot, reach that heel away as you send that leg forward, hips stay nice and high, point that foot, lift it back up as you inhale, hold it here, lower the hips a tiny bit, lift back up to your high bridge, place that foot down. Excellent, and back over to that right side, flex, reach away, point and lift, little dip, and up, and foot comes down. Take a moment here when both feet are down each time, stay up in there and try to reset that bridge. for just a split second before you start on that other side. Flex, reach away, point and lift, hold lower, and lift, and down, and lift, flex, reach, and lift, little dip, and up, back down. Nice work, guys. Hopefully you're feeling those glutes. And down, and reach, flex, point, and lift, and down, and reach, flex, reach away, point and lift, lower, lift. One more time each side, hang in there with me. Up, flex, reach away, point and lift, little dip, little lift, and down. Last time, guys, make sure you still have your nice strong form. And lift, little dip, lift up, and down. Hold it here. Reset that bridge one last time, and rolling all the way down. Give those knees another little hug, stretch it out, and we're gonna stay here and take it right into our series of 5. So we're gonna be in a curl the whole time. Again, if you need to release the head and shoulders at any point, that's always fine. If your neck is the only thing you're feeling, please do that. Here we go. Head and shoulders come up. We're gonna hug that left knee in, send that right leg away. And then we're gonna switch. And switch. And switch. Really pull that knee in. Get that hip crease. Tug it into you. And stretch. And stretch. And stretch. And stretch. Nice job. Good. 4 more. 4. Yes, they're sets. 2. 1. Here we go, right into our double leg stretch. Here we go. Hug those knees in, reach the arms and legs away. Think about making a banana with your body, and then tuck everything, hug it back in. And stretch, and around, and around, and stretch, and around. Remember, if your neck is starting to bother you, you have a couple options here. You can take one hand behind the head and do this with the other. If you have the wherewithal to kind of switch each time, that's fine. Otherwise, just kind of do a few and then switch. Or you can bring the head down altogether. 4 more here, guys. 4, 3, 2. Last one, taking it right into our scissors. Send the right leg up, send the left leg low as you can go while maintaining that core, same as earlier. Give a little pull, pull. Shoulders stay down though, so we're not hanging onto that leg for dear life. And switch, pull, pull, and switch, pull, pull, switch, pull, pull. Try not to let that little tug on that leg pull you up higher. Just want to keep those shoulders hovering. Pull and pull. Yes. Pull, 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 pull. And pull, 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 pull. Keep going. 4. Yes, they're sets. 3. And 2. Last one. Okay, bring both legs up to the ceiling. Turn the legs out, heels together, toes apart. Hands come behind the head. Lower both legs. Lift both legs. Now, if that's too much, take it back to more of a scissor, lowering one leg and back. And the other leg. That's fine. And you're only going as low as you can go, maintaining that control. And down, and up, and up. Only 4 more of these. Our double straight leg stretch. Oh, last 2. Nice job. Okay, from here, keeping the hands behind the head, we're going to take it into our scissors. We're going to pull that left knee in, right leg away, twist towards that left leg, and twist, and twist. Now we're going to make it even more fun. We want to make sure we're staying anchored on that mat. So even though we're twisting, we're not rocking and rolling. You're still in control. So we're going to add a pulse. It looks like this. Pulse 3, 2, 1, and switch. 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 Pulse 3, 2, nice. Switch. Pulse 3, 2, 1, and switch. 3, 2, 1. Switch it over. 3, 2, 1, and switch. 3, 2, 1, and switch. 3, 2, 1, switch. 3, 2, 1, switch. One more set. 1, and switch. Last set. 2, 1, switch it over, and 3, 2, 1, and you made it. Hug those knees in. Beautiful work, guys. All right, let's rock up to sitting, and we're gonna roll like a ball. So kind of come to the edge of your mat. We're gonna be rolling backwards, so you wanna make sure that you have mat available to you to roll onto. So we're gonna bring the legs together, arms to the outside, holding gently onto your ankles. And we'll start just kind of finding our balance, our position. So kind of roll back, lift up those feet, and balance on your bottom. Good work. I'm actually gonna move just a hair back for you. Here we go. Then we wanna keep that chin into the chest. We wanna roll back onto the shoulders, not onto the neck or the head. So we're gonna roll back just onto the shoulders and then try to find that spot of balance. Again, there it is. Had to fight for it a little bit. We wanna try to land in that spot. And back, and roll. Again, we wanna try to avoid rolling onto the neck or head. And we want to make it a slow, controlled movement. So we don't lose that control and just get into momentum as we roll back. Good work. Nice. Okay, so now we're going to add a leg reach at the bottom. I think I have enough room behind me to do this. You're going to hold her at the bottom, stretch those legs. So I am going onto my head right here. And then you're going to find that position again and balance at the top. Rolling all the way down with control though, so you land gently on the neck and the head here. Stretch those legs and then all the way back up. Now, if that's not available to you, that's absolutely fine. Stay rolling like a ball. You don't have to stretch those legs all the way straight either. If you want to go to there, that's absolutely fine, just as long as you're in control. Whoops, didn't make it that time. That's okay. It's not going to happen every time. We're going to do one more here. We're going to add on just a little bit more. Okay, so now we're going to add on a balance at the top. Same straight legs, but at the top. So one at the bottom that you already know. And then one here at the top is that same thing, just at the top. Woo! And then down. And roll it back, hold, stretch, and control it back up. Find that balance, reach, and back in. And roll, stretch, and back in. And stretch, and roll back, stretch, and stretch. Have fun with it. Let's do 2 more. Pilates can be fun. And stretch. Whew, last time. We'll find that control, yes. And here, last one. See if we can hold just a hair longer. 5, 4, chest lifted, easy shoulders. And last count. Beautiful work, nicely done. Okay, so now taking it to our leg pull, then we're gonna switch between kind of a similar position to what we were just in, with our rolling like a ball. We'll be here, arms reach forward. So still balancing in that same spot, just behind those sit bones, but we're gonna lift those feet up a little bit higher and we're not holding onto the legs here. So the first part of this movement, send those legs straight out in front of you. Hands behind you, and you're just going to lift up. Squeeze your bottom, one long line from the shoulder to the ankle. Whew. Holding it there, and then calm down. And then we're going to find that balance here. Pull those legs in, hold it, find it. Nice job. And then legs down, lift up. Good, belly tight. Make sure we're not arching into that lower back. Nice long line in the front of the body, similar to our bridging. And find that balance. Yes. And down and lift. Push up and out of those hands, up and out of those shoulders. Try not to sink here like that. Push. Push away from the floor. Bottom down. And then find it. Whew. And up. Grab water when you need to, guys. Don't forget to drink water. Don't forget to hydrate. And lift. And down. Reach. Good. 4 more. and hold. Lift, push, down, and balance. Last two. And up. And find that balance. Good job. Last one. We made it. And down. And find that balance. Nice work. We're going to stay right here. Just place those feet down. We're nice and tall in the spine. We're going to do our half roll back. So let's just start with that half roll back, and we'll add on. Again, add-ons will be optional. So arms forward, parallel to the floor, right in line with those shoulders, and then sending your waistband for the mat, not the shoulders. We're rolling back off the sit bones. Hold there for a breath, and then all the way back up tall. Now, if that's a bit much, take those fingertips gently behind the knees. Give yourself a little bit of support there. We don't want to hang on for dear life. Just light fingertips for a tiny bit of assistance. You're going back to the spot where you can control it. So if those feet start to fly off the floor, you've gone back too far. And then all the way back up. If you don't need assistance, stay here with me and roll back. And back up. Okay, one more here. One more to just get that movement, then we're going to add on. Breathing. And back up. Feel free to stay here. Again, add-ons are optional. Here we go. We're going to add a little twist. So we're going to draw one elbow back as we roll back. And then back up tall, reaching that arm forward again. Elbow pulls back, almost kind of like a bow and arrow movement. And back up tall. And rolling back. And lift. And lift. Just getting a little bit more into those obliques here. Watch out in this one for kind of leaning back. We still want to get that C curve with that twist. A lot of times when we add the twist on this, we tend to kind of hinge back and lean back and go towards the floor rather than the wall behind you. So think of it that way, like you're trying to tap the wall behind you with that elbow. One more time each side. And back up tall last time. And back up tall. Nice work. Let's come all the way down onto the mat again for TikTok. So we're going to open the arms out to the side. And then we're going to take the legs up. We're going to start in a tabletop position. You're welcome to stay there the whole time. So we're going to take the legs and dip them over to the right. I want you to think about the knees being glued together. So a lot of times, I don't know if you can see this, but the knees will kind of slide apart so they're no longer at the same level. I want you to really glue them together so they stay stacked when you take them to that side. That hip is going to lift off, but you're only going to where you can control it. So we don't want to go so far that we just lose all control in our core. We arch into that lower back. The lower back is going to arch here. That's okay, but we want to keep pulling the belly in to protect it, and back center with control. Over to the other side again, keeping those knees stacked. And back center. We'll do one more time each way like this. And center. And the last time like this. Now, of course, you're welcome to stay here. We're going to take it into straight legs for anyone who wants to. Send those legs up to the ceiling. We're going to turn out our Pilates stance again, heels together, toes apart, if that feels okay for you. Keep those heels glued together, that same stack of the legs, and take it over. You might not be able to go as far. And back center. And then over. Inhale. Exhale. Control it back to center. Inhale over. And center. Inhale over. Control it back to center. Bend those knees for a second. We're going to take it into kind of a half circle. It's more of a quarter circle if we're going to get technical about it. So we're going to go over to the right. I'll show in just a moment how you can do this in tabletop. And ascend those legs forward, kind of circling them forward. Both my hips are down now. My legs are straight out in front of me. Pull straight up to the ceiling to finish. If you need to give those knees a little bend here to rest, that's fine. And then we're going to go over to the left. That same little kind of quarter circle forward. Both hips are anchored here. Legs are straight out in front of you and up to the ceiling. Keep going if you're doing straight leg. I'm going to show this in tabletop. You'll take those legs over And then you're just gonna kind of dip them forward. So now my toes are kind of barely off the floor. Both hips are down. My legs are out in front of me. And you're just gonna pull to center to finish. I'll do that to the other side. Over. Send those legs forward and low. Toes are barely off the floor. It's totally fine if they touch, but don't put any weight down. Okay, let's take it into a full circle. Here we go. It's more of a half circle. And we're gonna go forward. We're gonna continue all the way around to the left. Make sure those legs are staying stacked. And to center. Let's do that again to the right. And all the way around. Belly pulling tight as you circle those legs. Back to center one more time to the right. We'll give those legs a tiny rest. All the way around. And center as promised. Here's our rest. Just bend those knees for a moment. Back up 3, starting to the left. Here we go. Over. Circle it forward. All the way around. And over. Circling around. And up. Last time. And up. Bend those knees in. Nice work, guys. Okay, from here, we're going to take it into variation on coordination. So coordination is a reformer exercise. If you're not familiar with it, you'll learn it now. So we're going to start with those legs in tabletop. We're going to reach those arms up to the ceiling. And we're going to press the arms down and reach them up. Pretty simple so far. And down. And now we're going to add some legs into this. So as you press the arms down, reach the legs out. Of course, if that is too much, if you feel any strain in your lower back, you can do one leg at a time. Just make sure to switch that leg each time so you stay even. And stretch. Nice. 2 more here. We're going to hold that next one out. Hold it out here. Open and close the legs once quickly, just about as wide as the hips, not too wide. Pull back in, reach those arms back up. Stretch out, open, close, and finish. Stretch away, open, close, and finish. Stretch, open, close. 2 more here. Stretch, open, close. Last time. Stretch, open, close, and finish. All right, keep those legs in tabletop. We're going to continue with the arms. We're going to open them to a T, and now we're going to add a curl right away. You're going to squeeze into your sides, curl up. Open back out to your T. Squeeze into your sides, curl up. Open back out. And curl. Good. And out. And out. 2 more here. On the second one, we're going to add our legs and hold. Here we go. Stretch those legs out. Hold it here. Just the right leg opens and closes. Just the left leg opens and closes. Both legs. And then reset back to the start. Here we go again. Reach just the right leg. Just the left leg. You might need to make it small. We want to keep those hips nice and stable. We're in the curl here, so you're looking right at your pelvis. Feel free to eliminate that curl if you need to. Never a problem to make those changes for yourself. And left. Both. Whew. Nice job. Stretch. Right. Left. Open. And relax. And stretch. Right. Left. And open. And relax. Hold it here. Bring the arms by your sides. We're going to take it into a tricep press. So bending the elbows. Just press those arms. We'll get those arms going first. Again, pretty simple here on the mat. 1 more here. Here we go. We're going to add arms and legs. I'm sorry, curl and legs. That makes more sense. And down. And down. Nice. 2 more here. Last time we're holding. Hold. You're going to lower the legs and lift, open, close, and release. And reach. Lower, lift, open, close, release. And stretch. Lower, lift, open, close, release. Okay, we have 3 more. If you want to, hold the curl throughout for the last few. Here we go. stretch, lower, lift, open, close. Now we're going to bend the elbows, bend the knees, but the head and shoulders stay lifted in that curl, and stretch, lower, lift, open, close, knees and elbows bend, stay in that curl last time, lower, lift, open, close, and hold, and then release it down. Nice work. Okay, let's take it into our teasers here. So we're gonna start the knees bent, walk those feet a little bit out, very similar to our roll-ups earlier. We're gonna have our knees bent. We're gonna start here, arms by the ears, bring those arms forward and all the way up to your teaser position. Reach those arms up by the ears, and then bring the arms forward to control it all the way back down. And stretch back. And again, just like that. We'll add on all the way up. Try not to let those feet fly too much. Arms forward. And all the way back down. Okay, let's send the right leg out. We want to keep those knees squeezing together so those thighs stay in line. Arms up and rolling it all the way up. I'm going to send my left foot a little further out in front of me and all the way back down. Let's switch that leg. Left leg reaches out. And rolling all the way back down. All right, back to reaching that right leg. We'll add on just a little bit on this one if you would like to. All the way up. Now see if you can lift that left leg up here and find that full teaser position. Place that left leg down, nice work. And all the way back down, switch that leg. And all the way up. Hold at the top, see if you can reach that right leg. Yes, and back down, and rolling down. One more time each side, everyone. Here we go. And stretch. Place it down. Control it back down. Last time. All right, here we go. And stretch. Place it down. And rolling down. All right, from here, we're going to take it into an exercise called backstroke. Traditionally done on the reformer, but once again, if you've not done the reformer, you will learn it here. Very fun. So we'll take the legs up to tabletop. Curl the head and shoulders up. Hands come to the front of the forehead this time. We're going to shoot the arms and legs up to the ceiling. You're going to circle both around. Reach forward like you're trying to reach for your knees. And then reset back to the start. Up, circle around, reach forward. And back to the start. Stretch straight up, circle around, reach forward. And back to the start. And circle around, reach forward. And back to the start. And circle around, reach forward. And back to the start. And back to the start one more time. Back to the start, give the head a tiny little rest. And then back up, here we go, let's reverse it. Reach forward, circle around, finish up, keep those shoulders off the floor. And back in, stretch forward, circle it around, back in, forward, circle out and around, back in, forward, circle out and around, back in, out and around, and in, out and around, and in, out and around, and in, out and around, pull in one more, out and around, and in, and bring it down. Well done. Okay, we're going to flip right over onto the stomach, right from here, and keeping in line with our swimming theme, we're going to do swimming now. All right, so we're going to make kind of an X with the body. So legs are in a V, arms are open in a V. Think about kind of both of them shooting out of the corners of the mat. Head relaxed down. We're going to start with just the arms, just the upper body. And a lift, up off the mat. Try to keep those feet anchored. Try to keep pulling the belly up and away from the mat. It's not going to clear the mat, but we still want to keep pulling the navel into the spine and relax down. See how much you can keep your shoulders out of your ears as you lift. Easier said than done. That's why I said try. And down. And lift. And down. One more here. And lift. And down. All right, we're going to keep the upper body down, shoulders out of the ears. So place those palms down firmly. Draw those shoulders out of the ears. You should feel those armpits kind of tugging down towards the hips here. And lift those legs. I want you to think about reaching the legs so long that they lift off the floor. And down. Whew. Stretch out a little calf cramp there. And lift. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Squeeze your bottom. Stretch through the knees. And down. And lift. And down. Good work. And lift. And down. And lift. And down. And last time like this. Lift. And down. Let's put it all together. Arms and legs. Here we go. Float. Again, try to keep those shoulders out of the ears. And down. And lift. And down. And stretch. And down. Lift. And down. Two more here. Now, of course, you're welcome to stay with just arms or just legs. All of these are add-ons, and add-ons are optional. And down. Here we go. Let's take it into our full swim on the next one. Holding it here. Flutter up and down. Try to keep those shoulders out of the ears as you go. See how fast you can get without rocking and rolling around on the mat. Keep breathing, keep breathing, keep breathing. No matter what happens, that's the most important thing. Shoulders down, chest up, belly pulling tight. Long, long knees. Keep going. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and reach. And down. Press back into a stretch. All right, we're gonna plank. Here we go. Now, of course, you can always do a knee plank. That's absolutely fine. And if you'd like to, come into a full plank. Reach your chest forward. Bring your gaze forward. Pull those armpits in. Strong press away from the floor. So we're not sinking down those shoulders, right? We're pressing up in between those shoulder blades. You're going to pike the hips up and back. Touch your opposite shin, ankle, knee, whatever you can reach. And then back down. And pike and touch. And down. And up and touch. And back. Find that strong plank every time. And back. And down. And down. And down. Good work. One more time each side. Now hold that plank for me. Oh, you thought we were done. Just hold it. That's it. Focus on that form. Press those heels back. Reach your chest forward. Pull those shoulders down just a little bit more. 5, 4, 3, 2. Drop those knees. Press into another stretch. Okay, we're coming back onto the back. And we're going to take it into our rollover. We're going to do a little prep first. And then if you feel good about it, we can take it into the full rollover, which can be quite challenging, especially if you have any back issues. So we're going to take the legs up to tabletop to begin. And then you're going to stretch them out. So right away, you should feel your core kick in right there. Now we're going to start a little hip lift. Just lifting the hips off, reaching back to that diagonal. And Lift the hips off, just a gentle hip lift. And lift, and back. And back. 2 more here. Just a little hip lift. And forward. And lift. And forward. Now, if that's feeling good to you, stay there. Stay with that hip lift for me. If you want to take it into the full rollover, you're going to do that same thing, but you're going to lift all the way up and over. Tap the floor. Flex those feet. Separate the legs about shoulder distance. Now, point the feet like you're pushing the floor away a little bit. And then roll all the way down. We don't want those legs too wide. Just about shoulder distance. And we're going to finish by kind of circling those legs out and down. Nice and low, back to the start. Up and over. Flex those feet, separate the legs hip distance. Push the floor away as you point the feet. Now, you might not touch the floor with those feet. Maybe that's okay. Maybe that's not going to happen today, and that's okay. And circle it down. And up and over. Tap, flex, separate, and then push the floor away as you point through those feet. Rolling down with control. And together, one more time here. Up and over. Push the floor away. And coming back down. Let's go ahead and reverse it. Open hip distance. Up and over here. Flex the feet. We're going to push the floor away. Rolling down, legs together. Reach away, separate. And up and over. Flex, bring the legs together. Push the floor away as you roll down. And stretch. Separate. Up and over. Flex, bring the legs together. Push. And out. And up and over. And flex. Push the floor away. 2 more. And down. And last time. And push. Hug those knees in for a quick rest. Nice job, guys. Now, if you're staying with that hip lift, please stay with that hip lift. You can start to incorporate those circles. So as you lift up, you're going to circle open, come down. Lift up, circle open, come down. Then you can reverse it, open, little lift there, and down. We're going to finish with jackknife. So we're going to start the same way with our rollover. Stretch those legs away and up and over. But then it's like someone has your ankles and they're going to pull you all the way up to the ceiling. Hips stay still. Hips don't drop as you do this. And it's like they still have your ankles. And you're going to try to roll all the way down, keeping those feet in line with the hips as much as possible. Trying not to let those feet go behind you. And reaching away to start again. And up and over. Reach up to the ceiling. And then rolling down with control. Feet stay as much over the hips as you can keep them. Up and over. Little tap. If you can, if it's available. Totally fine if it's not. Keep reaching. Controlling. Good work. And up and over. Tap. And reaching up, up, up. Give me 2 more. Last time. Breathing, breathing, breathing. Oh. And hug those knees in. Okay. Let's send those legs over to one side. Getting a little twist. You can open those arms out. Deep breaths. And bring them back to center. Over to the other side. Nice big twist. With each breath, just sink into that. Stretch a little bit more. And then back to center. Hug your knees in, lift the head and shoulders up, and just start to rock back and forth. Until you're all the way seated tall. Hold it here. Cross your legs however is comfortable. You're going to bring your hands gently behind you and just lift your chest to the ceiling. Try not to just put all your weight. We don't want to lean back on those fingers. Just lifting up and out. Squeezing the shoulder blades together, opening up the chest, opening up the neck. And then we're going to bring the feet together. I'm going to push yourself forward. I'm going to walk back a little bit so I don't totally come out of the frame. Lay yourself on your thighs and just like earlier, start to roll yourself all the way up to standing. Thank you for joining me today and working out with me. I hope you got a great workout. Have a great day.